The Kawasaki KX250 is the only 254-stroke motocross bike to be completely overhauled for 2021. Team Green's smallbore motocrosser was due for a major update, having last been fully revamped in 2017. We expected to see this bike released last year, but although the 2020 machine looked identical to the prior trio of KX250s, the engine was much different. For MY21, the KX250 engine has been changed even more, including the addition of electric start. The bike also receives the latest generation KX450 chassis that debuted back in 2019, which has been highly praised by the dirt rider testing team. Kawasaki invited us to Perris Raceway in Perris, California, to shake down its newest 250F motocross bike, and we spent an extra day testing it at Cahuilla Creek MX in Anza, California, to get a better idea of how it performs on a track that has several sandy sections, plenty of hills, and sits at an elevation of approximately 3,500 feet. Even though the 2020 KX250 engine had been updated, Kawasaki continued developing it for 2021 to improve its overall power and added the long-awaited electric start feature. In addition to dropping the Kickstarter in favor of a magic button, updates were made to the cylinder head, camshafts, valve springs, piston, cylinder, crankshaft, and connecting rod. The engine's peak RPM was also increased to 14,500. The 2021 KX250's engine characteristics are very similar to the 2020 package, with a little more over-rev because of the increased rev limit. They achieved this higher RPM mainly by adding stiffer valve springs along with new camshaft timing. The power delivery is definitely better if you keep the RPM up. Maintaining the correct gear is also important, meaning second gear will be used in most corners. The engine revs far enough that shifting to third gear is not needed until you have exited the corner. Comparing models, I found that the power of the 2020 bike made me want to shift quickly up to fourth, while with the 2021 machine, I feel that third gear is very useful and fourth only needs to be used on faster straightaways. The EFI mapping runs right from the get-go. There are 3 different pre-programmed settings available. These are changed via a coupler located on the right side just by the steering stem. Green